Indictments are a critical component of the US legal system, but many people may not fully understand what they are or how they work. In this video, we will give you a crash course on everything you need to know about indictments, including the difference between indictments and arrests, the roles of grand juries, and the rights of those who have been indicted. We'll also look at some of the most famous indictments in US history, from Al Capone to Martha Stewart. What is an indictment? An indictment is a formal accusation that someone has committed a crime. It's a legal document that lays out the charges against an individual or organization and outlines the evidence that the prosecutor must support those charges. An indictment is not a conviction, but rather the first step in the process of bringing criminal charges against someone. An indictment is different from an arrest. An arrest is when someone is taken to custody by law enforcement officers. An indictment is issued by a grand jury after they've reviewed the evidence presented by the prosecutor and determined that there is enough probable cause to proceed with a criminal case. The decision to issue an indictment is an important one, as it means that the government has decided that there is enough evidence to justify bringing charges against someone. An indictment sets in motion the legal process that can ultimately lead to a criminal trial, where the accused has the opportunity to defend themselves against the charges. The role of grand juries. In many cases, before an indictment is issued, a grand jury is convened to review the evidence and determine whether there is enough probable cause to proceed with a criminal case. The grand jury is made up of citizens who hear evidence presented by the prosecutor and can ask questions of witnesses. The grand jury then decides whether to issue an indictment which formally charges the accused with a crime. The rights of those who have been indicted. If you have been indicted for a crime, you have several important rights. These include the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the right to a fair trial. It's important to note that an indictment is not a conviction, and you are innocent until proven guilty. Famous indictments in history. Over the years, there have been many high-profile indictments that have captured the public's attention. These cases often involve well-known individuals or organizations, and their outcomes can have a significant impact on our legal system and culture. One of the most famous indictments in US history is that of Al Capone. Capone, a notorious gangster during the Prohibition era, was ultimately indicted for tax evasion in 1931. The case was significant because it showed even someone as powerful as Capone was not above the law. Another famous indictment is that of Martha Stewart, who was indicted for insider trading in 2003. Stewart was accused of selling stock in a company just before the prices dropped, based on information she had received that was not available to the public. The case drew a lot of media attention and ultimately resulted in Stewart serving time in prison. Other famous indictments in US history include those of Richard Nixon's Watergate conspirators, Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, and O.J. Simpson's murder trial. Each of these cases had a lasting impact on our legal system and our understanding of justice. By exploring these famous indictments, viewers can gain a better understanding of how the legal system works and how indictments can shape our culture and society. These cases also serve as an important reminder that no one is above the law and that justice can be served, even in the most challenging and high-profile cases. In conclusion, indictments are a critical part of our legal system, and it's important to understand how they work and what your rights are if you are ever indicted for a crime. By knowing the basics of indictments, you can be better prepared to navigate the criminal justice system if you find yourself facing charges. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you still haven't. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.